Hi there, I'm Genie Logee, and this is What Do I Know? A YouTube channel and also a website created to share with you lots of information, tips, and a bit of humor, all wrapped around the subject of genealogy. Genealogical research is my passion. It may be yours or not, but I do hope you find it interesting. This is a recap of episodes 1 through 5, just to show you a little of what they were about. If you want to see more, you can watch the full-length episodes here on YouTube. As always, please like and subscribe, as they say, and you can always reach me by email at genie.whatdoiknow@gmail.com. Hi there, I'm Genie Logee, and I'm here as your friendly guide. We'll go wading together through the confusing waters of genealogical research. Coming soon, lots more information and fun.
Well, hello. My name is Factina. I love to look up information and gather facts. I collect all kinds of information and I put it in my notes. I have many notes and notebooks and papers and files.
Boy, oh boy, Factina. I thought you were never gonna stop talking. It's all so confusing. Memes, can you make it make sense?
Okay, Bob. This is what she means. There isn't only one place to find information. If you look in lots of different places, you'll find more clues.
That's absolutely right. Hello to all. Everyone here calls me Story Lady. That's because there's always a story behind the facts. Some stories are really sad, some are inspiring, and some are just plain funny. I like to share all kinds of stories with my friends.
The rule is, there should always be 3 copies of your work, in 3 separate locations.
Boy, oh boy, that seems so complicated. Can't we just use AI to do all the work?
Yes, Bob. That is the question of the day. AI is such a new thing that people are afraid of it. And rightly so. It is being misused and has few restrictions. Creative people are losing their jobs because of it. Our privacy is not private anymore. You can't trust a picture or an article to be created by a human. Those are some of the bad parts of artificial intelligence. You can compare AI, artificial intelligence, to fire. Fire can cause a lot of problems if not controlled. But fire keeps you warm. It cooks your food. It sterilizes the needle that takes the splinter out of your finger. Think of AI as a tool, and when used with care, it is amazing.
Bye-bye for now. See you in episode 2 where we talk about trees. Not peach or plum trees, but family trees.
Family trees? How about just a family clump? It's too complicated. Boy, oh boy. I don't even know all my relatives. How can I make a list of them?
Hi, Bob. Good to see you again. Family clump? Well, you know more than you think you do. Even if you don't know who they are, you know you have a father and a mother.
But what if I'm a clone? I don't have 2 parents.
Not even gonna answer that. Factina, can you explain this a little better?
Hi, Genie. Yes, I can. Because this can get so complicated to write out, and because you'd need a giant piece of paper to write it on, we can use computers now that make it easier to display. There are many programs to help organize all this information.
So there's a website now? Called Genie What Doik Now? That doesn't make sense at all.
It's not What Doik Now, silly. It's What Do I Know? It's Genie's website that has more information for our research. The website is www.geniewhatdoiknow.com. It's all one word after the www and before the .com. There are adoptions, new spouses, half-brothers and sisters, many different family setups. Just like we are all different, each family tree will be unique. You can design your family tree any way you like, the way it fits your family, the way it makes sense to you.
It all started with a rock. Back in the long time ago's, Caveman Bob held his favorite rock in his hand. Say hi, Caveman Bob.
Opager, Owaivudu Jeff.
Let me translate. Bob said he thought about throwing his rock at his neighbor who had just told a really bad joke. But then he realized that not only would he lose his favorite rock, but it could be thrown back at him and that would hurt. So he figured he could use it in a smarter way and crack open that clam he just found instead of prying it open with his sore hand. Bob had just created the first tool, so they say, and throughout history, man and woman has invented tools to make their lives easier.
Factina, how does AI work with genealogy?
Here's what ChatGPT answered about its own services. There's another service called Claude, which prides itself on the following traits.
So, Factina, that's really good to know. And I have done a lot of research. It's time-consuming, tedious, and requires you to consult so many different sources. It's great that now I can just ask one question and get many answers, with links to the original website so that I can read the information for myself. So, when regular people could afford to have a portrait taken, or better yet, have a camera of their own, photographs were like magic, a way to preserve their memories of loved ones, or to show how brave they were by climbing to the top of a rock formation. But now what? We have boxes of these treasures, and someday we'll sit down and go through them all. Yeah, sure we will. Who is in the photo? Relatives? Friends? Strangers? What kind is it? Very old little metal sheet with faces on it? Black and white heavy paper? Why was it taken? Was there a special event like a marriage? Where was it taken? Which country? Whose house? When was it taken?
Hi, Genie. There are facial recognition apps, software that will recognize a face in a picture, backgrounds, what's in back of the people, like buildings or type of vegetation. Is it a painted background on a stand? Costumes. If the clothing looks old-fashioned or like what these days we would call a costume, sometimes you can find the actual village your ancestors came from just by the style of their clothing and the designs and patterns on them. Once you have analyzed the photos yourself and found more clues than you hadn't realized were there, you can go online to continue your research. Here are some websites that will help you identify people and places. You can find links to these websites on our website at www.geniewhatdoiknow.com.
Do people in your family wear, or have in their dresser drawer, a piece of jewelry that looks like an eye? They call it the evil eye, or rather, wearing it protects you from an evil eye. That could be a clue that they came from a Middle Eastern country and still have that tradition. Or it could mean that they traveled to Greece 5 summers ago and brought back a souvenir. Did Great Uncle Martin tell you if your left palm itches, you'll get money, and if your right palm itches, you'll lose money? Or the other way around? You can bet there are some Armenian roots somewhere in his DNA.
Thank you, memes. Another way to figure out your heritage is family recipes. Did your Japanese ancestors who lived in the United States cook food underground? That's not a Japanese method. So, possibly they stopped in Hawaii for a generation or two, picked up a few Hawaiian traditions, and then continued on. Does your family make those favorite meatballs everyone looks forward to? You call them the same thing your neighbor calls them, but they fry them and your family boils them. That can tell you a lot about which area of the old country your people came from. Family traditions appear especially around the holidays. Next time a celebration rolls around, think about what is different about your menu. Think about the fact that not everyone eats the same favorite dish that you do. All this has been so interesting. It's not proof, but it's another clue to add to your arsenal.
Remember, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Hope you had a good time going down memory lane. Or if you've never seen the full episodes, you can find them all on my YouTube channel at Genie What Do I Know,